You want to learn how to save yourself hours of time while simultaneously creating high quality content? Let's get into it. Oh, does anybody remember Flavor Town? Because I do. Before I get into it, I just want to say that I don't film everything. There are some instances in my life where I do carry my camera around because I'm like, I know that something is going to happen. I know that there's going to be like a pretty sunset. I love getting cinematic footage just for no reason. Batch filming is kind of something that a lot of content creators use to save them hours of time. We have families, we have all these things that we need to do. We don't have time to just sort of like film all the time. You know, maybe you only have a couple hours a day to dedicate towards your online business or whatever, like your side hustle, you know what I mean? But that is where batch filming can come in handy. It's essentially dedicating like a couple hours to just getting as much footage as you can that is related to your niche. The easiest way to do this is to come up with a list of like notable actions that kind of relate to your niche. That could be anything from sitting down editing on your computer, answering emails, talking on the phone, walking your dog, working out at the gym, creating your art. So from there, you can get even more specific, close up on a pencil writing, vacuuming, putting on shoes, getting in your car. If you take all of these topics, set up a scene, even if this feels kind of meaningless, it'll actually save you so much time. A way that you can kind of spice up those shots is to follow the close, medium, long format. Like say if you just take the topic of on your computer, try to get 3 different angles of that. Try to get a close up, try to get a medium shot, and then try to get a long shot. Or you can even try to get another one, like a POV shot from your point of view. And then if you just repeat that with all of these other things, tying your shoe, writing in your journal, you'll eventually have like a catalog of just so much footage. This is all footage that you can use in the future. Like you can just store it up on a hard drive, organize it, and then come back to it later. Even if you feel like you're reusing footage, I reuse footage all the time. You're always gonna get new subscribers, new audience, and so people aren't gonna see those older videos and they won't notice those little things. Now, I don't necessarily do this all the time. If there's like a really pretty sunset, like I'm working and then I look out the window and I'm like, wow, that's nice. I'll take my camera out there and try to set up a scene. You know, I'll try to get some shots of me standing looking out at the sunset, me walking towards my car. You still wanna have the subject, and if you are the subject, the main character, then you want to include yourself in that. And even last night, the B-roll that you saw of me playing with my dog in the snow, that was footage that I just went out and got. I was like, whoa, it's snowing a lot. Let's go out and film. It was a pain in the butt because filming in the snow is just like really stressful. Like everything's cold, everything's getting frosty, your camera's getting wet, but I'm like under an umbrella. The shots that you can get when you sort of really chase after that moment can end up being some of the best shots that you get. It's still good to go and get them because you won't regret it. Like why would you regret getting a pretty sunset? You know what I mean? Down the road, I've had shots that I've gotten that have given more context to what I'm saying in the future. I hear a lot of like YouTube gurus that say, you know, film everything in one day, you know, film your A-roll and then go and immediately film your B-roll and get all your B-roll for that video and then edit it. I'm like, unless your videos are really simple, my videos, I love to have a variety of B-roll shots that help me out. That's why I try to just spend a lot of my in-between time. You know, this is only 30 minutes of my week, but the rest of the week, I'm just looking for opportunities or trying to set up more opportunities to film. So, like I was saying, this kind of goes into the second one, which is filming with intention. Don't just film cinematic footage for no reason. I've heard this before, and I have to disagree. If you were inspired by what's in front of you and you want to capture it for no reason, then do it. If filming that beautiful sunset makes you happy, then do it. I do it all the time. I've seen so many videos on YouTube that say, film your life, document your life, make yourself the main character. You really do have to get comfortable being in front of the camera, especially when you're trying to be a content creator. Being a content creator involves being in the front of the camera, or at least speaking on the camera, or at least, you know, having your voice there. You can't just hide behind an AI avatar of yourself. You know, you can do that, but nobody's gonna watch you. Nobody's gonna care because they don't have a reason to connect with you. A couple of my favorite creators, Danny Gvertz, Life of Riza, OMG Adrian, they are masters at filming themselves. They film themselves and make it look so effortless. Especially if you know what your next video is going to be, start thinking about what the B-roll is going to look like. Film knowing that this could be used for something down the road as well. Use every opportunity to get a good looking clip. I film stuff all the time because I just like the way it looks, or I've seen movies. If you're inspired by movies, try to replicate movies. I think the more you film yourself, the more comfortable you'll get with it. And then when you start to get more comfortable, you'll start to get more creative because you won't be thinking so much about what everyone else is thinking. Now that you have your footage, what do you do with it? How do you use it? So now I just want to talk about how you can organize that on your computer and then how you can like access it later on. I'll just create like a folder on my computer and call it useful B-roll, or you can make it really specific like sunsets, productivity in the office, the gym, cleaning. You can use these different folders to store and archive footage. And you can even label the footage, like, have I used this before? How many times have I used this, etc. And you should also keep a folder on your computer with previous content. All of the videos that you're really proud of, you know, the ones that you have a lot of really good B-roll on, use that footage. If you export in 4K, you don't really need to edit that footage again. You can just take it and then place it on top of your video. If you're editing, say on Premiere Pro, you can just go into those folders and drag those folders into Premiere Pro, and then they're in the project. So it's just super easy. It's already organized into folders. And if you're a DaVinci Resolve user, there's a really, really good way to use that, and it's called power bins. Like the regular media bin, you have to drag the footage in and everything every time you create a new project. But if you have a power bin, that footage will remain there and DaVinci Resolve will remember where it is. So that all you have to do is just go into the power bin and grab the footage straight from there. And I do this all the time with assets like B-roll, sound effects, different graphical assets that I just need to quickly access. You can do this by going up into the settings and activating the power bins. I just keep my finished videos in folders like on my computer so that DaVinci Resolve can quickly access them. And this is just a great way to save you time. You know, you can spice up videos by changing the angle or whatever. Most of the time, I just love complementing the footage with like different B-roll and things that will support what I'm saying. It kind of gives you something pretty to look at rather than just having to stare at my face all the time. You know what I mean? Unless you want to do that, then Also, I noticed that like 80% of y'all are not subscribed. Would love if you subscribe. It helps me out so much. It's like, it is the absolute free way to support me. You don't have to give me any money or anything so that I can continue to create free content for you guys and, you know, be supported by the YouTube platform. And if you guys have any tips or tricks on how you like to collect footage or how you like to save yourself time, definitely leave a comment down below. Would love to hear from you. I'm gonna go play in the snow because I love the snow. I really don't. My dog loves it though. She's obsessed.